chose not to have the surgery. He chose to rest and relax and hope it goes away. And then he ended.
We took a look at Gilmore, and if we got Gilmore, we win in the division. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like Stephon Gilmore.
Richard Rodgers. He's with our team over the last couple of years. It's just about our fourth time picking him up. What does that mean?
Welcome to another episode of Bird Gang Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, Bird Gang 31. Today, I bring my guy, Eagle Uncensored, so we can talk some birds. How you doing today, Eagle Uncensored?
Hey, what's going on, my guy? Doing good. I am AK Eagles of the Eagles Uncensored podcast. I may fuss and cuss, but you can count on me and my content like the fucking city bus. And if you like the Wagyu, then subscribe too. Good morning to most of you.
Yeah, good morning.
How you doing,
I see
man?
we got 15 stars now. Let's get straight to it, my guy. Let's talk about today the all-time Eagles skill position players, guy. You know what I'm saying? I thought it'd be a good time to break it down and talk about some of these skill position players. So we'll start out with your top 10 quarterbacks for the Philadelphia Eagles. So we can go back and forth with this. And, you know, you guys in the chat, go ahead and let us know who you guys like for your top 10 Eagle quarterbacks of all time.
Top 10, man. I thought we were only doing top 5. I only did 5.
I did 10. You can do 5.
Okay.
What up, Paul? What up, Nikki?
How's it going, guys?
How you guys doing today? Who you guys' top 10 quarterbacks of Eagles history? I'll start out, you know, I think everybody should have Randall Cunningham as number 1. That is my number 1 quarterback from the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, he did great things. He changed the position. You know, he was Michael Vick before Michael Vick was here. You know, so that's my number 1 guy. Do you got him down as your number 1 guy too?
Yeah, man. Without Randall, and you wouldn't have Vick. I mean, things that Cunningham changed about the position, you know, and he made people. So, I mean, he there at that position, and
you're breaking up.
Not put him as number 1 on this list.
You're breaking up a little bit, buddy.
All right.
What's that?
I said I'll take care of it.
Okay. All right. So it seems like everybody in the chat says Randall Cunningham's number 1 as well. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 on the list is, without a question, could even possibly be number 1, and that is Donovan Mcnabb. 5 NFC championships, you know, for the Birds back to back. You can't hate on that. He was a winning quarterback for the organization for a lot of years. So I got number 2, Donovan McNabb, making my list. What about you?
Yeah, man. I have him right there too. Yeah, I have him right there. I have him as number 2. You know, there isn't after Cunningham. You know, the next person you need Donovan McNabb. So.
All right. Who is your number 3?
You know, this one was a hard one for me because I really wanted to put Jaworth. In all honesty, I have Michael Vick as my number 3.
Your Michael Vick is your number 3? I went ahead and went with
and that's just a favoritism for me. That's a favoritism pick for me because, you know, I really do admire Michael Vick, you know, and I love what he did for the game. And I still remember him saying, you know, in one of his retirement things, you know, if he had everything that he had when he played for us when he was younger, he was like, I would have been the best to ever play the game.
Right.
You know, because they even said it. The mental side that he had when he came out of jail and he played for us, if he had that mental strength and the mental capability and figured out the game mentally, and he had that when he was younger, dude, oh my God, he would have been ridiculous. I mean,
Unstoppable.
he was already great, you know, so yeah.
Well, I guess I probably have it switched on my list because number 3, I got Jaws, man. Jaws is all-time classic
Yeah.
quarterback. You know, he played with us good during the '80s, you know, early '80s, and that's my guy.
Yep.
I got Big Jaws down there at my number 3 spot.
Yeah.
But number 4, I do got Michael Vick. You know, coming in at number 4 there. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we
Yep.
flip flop there on our 2 lists. But yeah, you
Like I
can't go
said,
wrong.
favoritism.
Yeah, you can't go wrong either way you look at it. 'Cause both of those guys had some good games for the Birds. So number 5 is Carson Wentz. You know, I know we hate the crybaby. He's over there in the Colts locker room right now. But Carson did some good things for us. You know, that we wouldn't have won a Super Bowl without Carson Wentz that year, you know, putting us in the number 1 position. Well, we had the number 1 spot going into the playoffs, you know, so we got home field advantage. And, you know, I think he was 11-2 at that time, 11-2 on the MVP run. So I have to give number 5 to Carson Wentz, all-time Eagle quarterback. What you got for number 5?
Nick Foles.
Because
you know what? He got it done, man. Granted, you know, he had that 29-2 season, and it was a great season. I remember watching that. It was a great season for him, you know, and then he had that injury the next season, and we traded him away, and, you know, whatever happened from there is whatever happened. But then we bring him back, and then we end up having to use him, and he goes on that crazy ass run and wins it all. Hey, man, you got to be top 5. Like, you do.
Hey, I don't argue with you there. Nick Foles did his job and arguably the best Eagles backup quarterback to play in all-time history, man. And you know what I'm saying? I remember that 29-2 season he had. And yeah, man, I was there that Raiders game in California, man. And I got to sit right next to his parents when he was throwing those 7 touchdowns, man. That was one of the best days.
Cool.
Definitely the best Eagles game I've ever been to personally in my life, man. That was awesome, man. I actually got that's why I was like, man, when I sat that game, it was like I was in Philly, but I wasn't in Philly, you know what I'm saying? Because the whole, right behind the Eagles, the whole little section there was nothing but Eagles, man. I felt like I was at a home game, man. It was awesome out there.
You know what pissed me off about that game, my guy? Is when Chip, wait, who was the coach when?
Was it Chip? I don't know if it
was
Chip.
It? Or was that the end? Fuck! Why is it so hard to remember? Was it Chip?
It could. No, I can't even necessarily say that it was a Chip.
I know, I can't either. Anyway, no matter what, whoever was the head coach, I remember they pulled him.
Yeah.
And I was so fucking pissed about that because I was like, no, fucking let him break that record. Don't pull him. Fuck that shit. Yeah. And I remember them saying like, oh no, you know, we didn't want to make it about that. And it's like, no, it's about that. It's always about that. Like, oh, I was so mad.
Imagine if Nick
he could have had 8. He could have had 8, dude.
Yeah. Imagine if he was the all-time leading single game touchdown leader, man. That would make his legacy a lot better. You know what I'm saying? That would have been sick. Yeah, I was there that day. I was like, yeah, don't pull him. Let him keep throwing them balls.
And what? They did it with 8 minutes left or something like that? Like, it was ridiculous. I was like, why? Why? It makes no sense.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Crazy. But I do got Nick Foles as my number 6 Eagle all-time quarterback of all time, man. Nick Foles definitely does some special things in Philly. We were the only place where he was able to do special things because he hasn't done nothing, and I mean nothing, since he left. Both times he left. So, you know, Nick Foles is definitely one of those greats. And since you only went to 5, I'll just go ahead and name off some of the other ones I have on my list. After Nick Foles at 6, I went Jeff Garcia. At 7,
Yeah,
Jeff came over
that's a
from
good one.
and played some pretty good football for us birds over here. You know what I'm saying? I like
Yeah,
Jeff. We've had a couple of good Niner players come, transfer over and have some good seasons with us. After that, I went right before we started getting the good quarterbacks, Rodney Pete, man. Rodney Pete played some good
yeah,
football for us, back in the 95 to 98 era. You know what I'm saying? Like Rodney Pete had some nice games. The team wasn't as good back then, but definitely did some good things for us. What up, Philly girl? Thanks for stopping by, showing some love. BLSG, what up, my guy? How you doing? After Rodney Pete, I did got Norm Van Brocklin. I think Nikki Cunningham was talking about Norm
yep,
earlier. Norm did make the list. He played some good ball back in the day. All the things I've ever seen of him was highlights, and all the highlights I've ever seen were good plays. So you know what I'm saying, that's back in the day when football was played a little differently. But he definitely was a beast back then. And then for my 10th guy,
yeah,
I went Ty Ditmer, man. I went to big old Ty Ditmer, the
yeah.
old school backup quarterback. Ty had a year or two where
That's
he
a
played
good one.
football for the Eagles back in that day. Like I like Ty Ditmer a couple of years. I
Yeah,
remember back when Ty had his brother Coy Ditmer backing him up. Remember that? It was Ditmer and Ditmer for our
yep,
quarterback
yep.
on the Eagles, man. That's old school right there. And
Double D.
double D's, the double Ditmer brothers, you know what I'm saying? And that'd be pretty awesome to have you be the starter and then have your little brother be your backup. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
pretty much think if you play football with your brother and sister, that would be like the ideal situation. So I don't think I've ever
Well, dude,
seen.
that's why I honestly thought JJ was going to go to Pittsburgh this year because I was like, dude, he wants to end his career playing in Pittsburgh with his two brothers. Like, you had TJ and then also his brother, the fullback, what's his face? He's in
Oh
Pittsburgh. So it's like
yeah,
the three Watt brothers would all three be on Pittsburgh, and that's how he retires. That'd be a dream to go out.
I did
But he
thought he
didn't
was.
do that.
Yeah,
So,
he went to the Cardinals, but I thought that would have been a good spot.
yeah,
Cause he didn't want to play with his brothers. His younger brother is like playing better than he is right now. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to play second fiddle to the little brother. He wanted to keep his stardom and his little fame to
yeah,
himself. You know. So let's move up to running backs. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'll go ahead and let you start out with your number one guy, but I'm pretty positive we should have the same number one. Who is your number one guy, my
yeah.
guy? What up, buddy?
Now my last two will be what throws you off a little bit, but this one was harder because this is kind of a select few for me, especially when you think back. But my number one, bro, is Westbrook,
Westbrook. That is my number one too
hands
as well.
down.
I think we're both hands down that Bryan Westbrook is the best running back to put on the midnight green, my guy. He was
Yeah,
dual threat. To be honest, he can even be in your top 10 receivers list if you really want to. When I was breaking it down on my list, I was looking at top 10 receivers, like the greatest receivers that played with the Eagles, and I was like, dang, Bryan Westbrook's top 10 in stats there too. So like, he might have to do like a 1A is the running back and the 1B be the receiver because he did it for both of us. He was a true dual threat. Before I think the only other person that probably in his time that was probably doing it just as good as I can think of would probably be Marshall Faulk. Marshall Faulk probably is. Do you think Marshall Faulk, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Bryan Westbrook would probably be the top 3 dual backs back in that day?
I kind of have to throw someone who's underrated that was actually his backup in there, and that's Buckhalter.
Corey Buckhalter, yeah.
I
Corey played
mean,
some
do
football.
you remember Buckhalter? Like, he
Yeah,
was
Buckhalter did.
actually very underrated, and the only reason that he was underrated is because he played behind Bryan Westbrook. I mean, but
Yeah,
Buckhalter held his own.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I remember when they had the 3-headed monster too, and Corey was in there. With Deuce and
Yeah,
Westbrook. When that was before Westbrook became a
yeah,
star. Yeah. Yeah, Corey
Mm-hmm.
Buckhalter. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but Big B definitely got the #1 spot. Number 2, I got
Yep.
Shady McCoy. Shady McCoy has to be
Yep.
behind Westbrook, but definitely just as great to our team. You know, Shady had a couple of big games for us. Remember that? Everybody's gonna always remember that snow game he did when he racked off. How many yards he
Dude,
had
he's
that
the
game?
king of the snow games. He's
The
the king
king.
of them. I mean, he had 200 and some yards, I believe, in that one, and then he goes when he plays with Buffalo, has another one, and he cracks off like 186 or something like that in that one.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
he's the snow king for
We
sure.
call him Shady Snow. Shady Snow could absolutely be running in the snow. Who's your number 3 guy? Because for me, I got Darren Sproles on my list as the number 3 Eagles running back. I know he played majority of his career with the Saints, but when he came over here, he did some special things as an Eagle for us here in Philadelphia.
Well, see, I can continue my top 5 on this one. So as we continue going, I'll add people in.
Okay.
Number 3 for me is definitely Deuce Staley.
Deuce Staley. Deuce. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That Deuce is my number 4 too, behind Westbrook.
Yeah.
So yeah, Deuce Staley was a beast back there. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would have got a chance to be our head coach even. You know what I'm saying? I was on that route. Oh man, I forgot about Sproles. Sproles and Waters on my list. Yeah, you can't forget about Sproles, man. Sproles did some big things for us. But yeah, I like that list too, man. But yeah, Deuce is next on my list, man. Like you said, the 3-headed monster with him, Corey Buckhalter, and Westbrook. Before Westbrook took over that lead back role there in Philadelphia, man, that was hard to. You had a little bit of everything out there. That was one of the
Yep.
hard run games to stop. We definitely kept us balanced, especially that was in a time we didn't have good receivers. So they were the main
I
focus.
think your best receiver was Macklin at that time.
Yeah, and they were the mainstay of our football team back in those days. So, so where we at? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So number
We're on
5
4.
or number 4 for me was Deuce Staley after
Oh, okay.
Sproles.
Number 4 for me, and this might surprise some people just because he only was here 1 year, but I have Legarrette Blunt.
Ooh, he moved him high up the list.
Listen, man, you don't get that Super Bowl without Legarrette Blunt.
That's fact.
I mean, you remember him running, bro? He ran his ass off in the playoffs, man.
Yes.
Like I said, I know it's 1 year, but dude, I knew it was a mistake getting rid of him after that year. I thought we should have signed him for 1 more year after that. I believe that was one of our main reasons why we didn't go back to the Super Bowl the following year, because we got rid of Legarrette Blunt. You didn't have that power anymore.
Yes.
And I believe that was our biggest failure for a repeat, was letting him go. So, yeah, man, Legarrette Blunt's my number 4.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Legarrette Blunt is a beast. He did make my list, but he is not number 4 on mine. He's a little bit lower down, but he's definitely on my list. For number 4, I said I had Deuce Staley. So number 5, Wilbert Montgomery. You know what I'm saying? That was a really big back. He played in the 70s, early 80s. Back in the day, he was rushing for a lot of yards, and he's number 31. So I gave him a little bit more love for representing the number. But he was definitely a good back in the days. So that would be my number 5. And then number 6, I got, who's your number 5 again?
Darren Sproles.
Oh, you got Darren at number 5 on the list? Okay. Yeah. Well, he still made your top 5. You know what I'm saying? That's good.
Yes.
Oh, it's good. Darren Sproles.
Oh, dude, Darren Sproles, I mean, you got to understand something, man. Before we got Darren Sproles, we didn't have that oomph on special teams. We didn't have that electrifying moment in the screen game. When we picked Darren Sproles up, dude, that changed everything. Think about all the kick returns he did and the punt returns, and Dude, a little guy like that, man, he was amazing. I mean, he really, truly changed our backfield.
And
He
him and
really
West
did.
really inspired me, playing running back growing up. There, I'm short, stocky, quick.
Yeah.
Like Barry Sanders, my favorite running back of all time. You know what I'm saying? So every time there
Yeah.
was a little running back that was doing big things in the league, it just kept giving me more motivation. Like I can do this, man. I can keep going. I can keep going. So yeah, Darren Sproles, man, definitely ultimate. Professional, and definitely had the wheels on that. Like you said, he took punts back to the house. He took kickoff returns back to the house. He took receptions back to the house. So he knew how to score from every level of the field. So much love to big Darren Sproles, man. I like that.
Yeah.
And then after 5 for me, because I know you stopped at 5. I'm going to go over a couple 5 more. We got Ricky Flan Waters, another one of them Niners that came over, to the Eagles. That had a couple of good seasons with us. You know what I'm saying? He's a little cocky. A lot of people didn't like the cockiness, but I like the cockiness. You know what I'm saying? That's who he was, and I didn't expect him to come change it once he came to Philadelphia. And he backed it up on the field, man. He ran for some good yards out there. He's a power runner and also has some quickness. You got to like Ricky Flan Waters. I like that guy.
Yeah, my number 6 is Buckholzer.
Corey Buckhalter, Buck in the house, nice. Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
like that. Nick says, "Who knows where Sproles would have ended up if that BS 30 hit against him?" Yeah, exactly. He could have stayed on the Eagles for a while longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, still been playing right
Dude,
now.
what, that put him out for like a year and a half?
Yeah,
That hit?
yeah,
Like, he was out for a long time. He
yeah.
missed a lot of games.
That's the problem with being small, man. Like, if you do get the wrong hit, it can really mess you up if you get hit by a big
Oh,
guy.
that was fucking dirty as shit, man. Dude, there was no way he was even protecting himself. He already called the fair catch. He was just getting down to catch the ball. I mean, he didn't even know. He didn't know it was coming. No one knew that was coming. I didn't
That's
even
why
know that was coming. That was just bad, dude.
I never like punt return for that one reason. Like, I never.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to play punt return? I'm like, I'm good, coach. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'll kick off returns, but that punt return stuff, man, people get blown up on punt returns, man. Like, you're out there and you're
Yeah.
looking for the ball, you're looking at the people, and it's like every time you look up and look down, they're closer and closer and closer. And you're like, come on, ball, come down, hurry up. I don't want to get blasted. And
Yeah.
like, I've seen some devastating hits when you're trying to do those punt returns, man.
Well, I saw somebody
Ever,
get concussed one time doing that. In
yeah.
fact, it was so stupid. In high school, our starting quarterback was our punt returner for some reason.
Oh
I
man.
don't know why the coach had it that way. He just did. I was even faster than our quarterback. I could have done it, but thank God it wasn't me. But we played this high school, and they were called Middletown Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, no lie. He took probably 15 steps. Next thing you hear is just this pop. I mean, it just sounded like a shotgun went off. Dude, he was out cold. I
Man.
was like, that's why you do not do that to a starting quarterback.
No, you definitely don't have your starting quarterback on punt return. That's a bad coaching decision.
It was so dumb. Anyway,
That's
shout out
funny.
to CJ if you're out there somewhere, man. I hope you don't remember that hit. Because I sure as hell do.
Who played quarterback the rest of the game?
I don't even fucking know. That was too long ago, my guy. I can't remember, honestly. It was not a fun game, though, I'll tell you that.
So then we got backing up behind Waters. The rest of my next person on my list, I got a Keith Byers, man. Keith Byers, I think he played back with Cunningham, I believe, for a lot of those years. He was a Cunningham's running back in those days. And even though Cunningham was the star of the show, Keith Byers did, talk off a bunch of good runs back in that era. You know what I'm saying? I had to give him respect for what he did when he was doing it with the Eagles back in that day.
Yeah, 7 for me would have to be Waters.
And then now next on the line, 8, I got Legarrette Blunt, like you said. You know what I'm saying? I think if Legarrette Blunt, like you said, if he played another year or two, he definitely would have been a top 5 for me for sure. Just that 1 year, he's splitting it with Ajayi, But everywhere Legarrette went, he started winning rings. He was in New England and won rings. Came here. Then I think did he go back to New England and win another ring? I think he did when they had that.
No, he went to Detroit.
Detroit after that. Okay. But yeah, Legarrette Blunt. And then that'd be number 8 for me. And then
Yeah, you can keep going from there. I'm good.
Then I got Steve Van Buren. He's an old school running back for the Eagles. And he played in the 50s and late 40s and early 50s. And then I got number 10 capping off the list, Ajayi. You know what I'm saying? Ajayi. You know, he had that good year with Legarrette, that Super Bowl year. You know, his problem was his knee, man. That knee kept getting hurt over and over and over and over and over and over again, man.
You know who I'm surprised you haven't had on that?
Huh?
Bryan Matthews.
Nah, man. Got no Bryan Matthews on my list, my guy.
That's funny as shit, ain't it?
That's really funny. Hey, Nikki says Ryan.
You know what's funny about that though, bro, is I had so high hopes for him. I really did. When we signed him, I was like, you know what? That actually could be really good because we got him at 24, right?
Yeah.
You know, and he had his injury histories, but when that dude is healthy, dude, he was a fucking monster. He could run through some people.
Yeah.
You know, he never worked out, and I was so upset about that. I really was.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do some big things here in Philadelphia. He definitely did not work out. You know, that's why he didn't make my list. So, Ryan, while you're at home, you know, Ajayi made it. He was injury prone, but Ryan could not make the list. Detroit fumble, shake my head. Right, man? Ryan. Let's go over to the receivers, my guy. Who are your top 10 Eagle receivers? I think everybody has to put Deshaun Jackson number 1. You know, D-Jack was the most electrifying receiver we've seen. And I got Deshaun Jackson number 1 on my list. Who you guys got number 1 on your list?
You out your mind.
What?
You out your fucking mind. I'm turning my... You're crazy!
Having Deshaun Jackson the best Eagle receiver?
Fuck no! It's Harold Carmichael, man!
History?
It's Harold Carmichael. He still holds the fucking records, man. He still holds them. And that was from the fucking 80s.
That's why I say
Carmichael's number 1. Fuck out of here. What? What?
Richie,
no.
That was a good one. Hey, I'm surprised he didn't make the list. Now you think about it.
Cornell Buckholder?
Charlie Garner played some good football for us.
Yeah. Bro, no. There's no way D-Jax is over Carmichael. No way.
This is my
no
list.
way.
I got D-Jax
Yeah.
number 1 on my list. My favorite all-time Eagles receiver. I'm giving it to D-Jax. No disrespect.
But you said but you didn't say this was opinion based. You said top 10 of all time.
Okay.
That's not opinion. That's biasism. That's unfair. We can't start this off like that. Come on.
Okay.
I love you, dog. I love you. No, you can have it. I'll give it to
that
you.
means you got Carmichael.
You can have it.
Number 2.
Tommy McDonald.
Yes. Tommy McDonald was a beast, man. That was definitely a beast. You know, got to give that respect. I got Jeremy Macklin. You know, Mac Dog, the last receiver to have 1,000 yards for the team. You know, Macklin was a great possession receiver for our team. And, you know, I really should have Carmichael there. I'm going to Carmichael number 2. I'm changing Macklin. I'm moving Macklin to 3. and Carmichael sliding to 2. You know what I'm saying? Because he does have all the Eagle records. So my bad, Mr. Carmichael. You're number 2 behind Deshaun Jackson, my guy. Behind Deshaun Jackson. Who you got for number 3?
Shit. Irvin Fryer.
Urban Fryer. Dang, I forgot Did I even have him on my list?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you starting out like that. I was like, shit, all right. Like,
I can't believe I didn't have Urban Fryer on the list. That's crazy. I don't know what I was looking at when I made it. I don't know. I feel bad now. Sorry, Mr. Fryer, because I did love you. You played some good games. You had some great games with the Eagles. I'm sorry you didn't make the list. My bad. So I got Jerry Macklin.
this is primetime TV, man.
I got Jerry Macklin at the 3 spot. Yeah,
Oh,
hopefully
Lord.
Devonta Smith can be number 1 on this list one day.
Hey, well, at least you're scoring points with somebody, man.
He said Urban Fryer. Richard said Urban Fryer better be on the list. Yeah.
He's on the list.
He's on a list. He's on one of our lists, so that counts, right? As long as he's on one of our lists, that's all that matters, man. You said Nelly or Alshon Jackson Super. Come on, Richie. You know I'm with you a lot of the time. Sometimes you just. I don't got Nelly. I got Nelly on the or Alshon Jeffries on this list at all. Like, I don't have either one of those guys on my list, my guy. I don't know if I'm censored by it, but I have neither one of them two on my list. After Macklin at 3, I got number 4, Terrell Owens. You know, he probably had one of the best single seasons an Eagle receiver could have. You know, in that game, everybody know that game with a broken ankle, destroying the Super Bowl, in the Super Bowl, man. He went out there and played with a lot of heart, and you know, definitely made a mark. And he was definitely like a game changer on our team. You know, Donnie didn't have any game changers except for Terrell Owens. So I got Terrell Owens.
This one I'll agree with you on. T.O. was my 4.
Yes, we're finally back on the same page.
Yeah. You know, I give T.O. 100% credit, man. Like, that was, trust me, the only reason that I truly believe we could win that Super Bowl in 05 was because of T.O.
Yes.
Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. Without T.O., I knew there was no hope. So, you know, when he came back and he was there, I mean, I'm with you, dog. He tried everything. Yeah, he tried everything, dude. And to come back from an injury like he came back from that fast and to do what he did, like, bro, props to you. I don't care what anyone says. You know what? A lot of people put you down because you talk shit. I loved it because you're the only person I've ever seen talk shit but be able to back it the fuck up, and that's why I'm with it. So, hey, props to you, my guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Props to you, my for this NFL played for. They didn't understand. I don't lie, but fuck them. Hey, props to T.O., man. No lie.
He definitely backed up his game everywhere he went. You know what I'm saying? He talked a good game, and he backed it up. I just like how he sometimes even disrespect people. He didn't even care. He's just like, you know what? Let me go stump on a star. Bam.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody care about these cowgirls.
Yeah. No, dude. When you know you're great and you can do something like that and still be able to back it up because you are that great, like, why not? You know, Deion Sanders was one of the most cockiest motherfuckers. But guess what? He backed it up every fucking time. You know? But no one gives him shit for it. Yeah, but no one gives him shit for it. So why should T.O. give shit for it? He backed it up.
That's true.
Tell me one time that man got beat. Tell me one time he truly got beat. Like, truly.
Who? Deion's problem wasn't getting beat. Deion's
T.O.
problem was playing. Oh.
No, I'm saying T.O. Tell me one time T.O. got beat. Like, literally, truly got beat in his prime. We're not talking old fucking T.O., like,
Deion,
end of retirement.
Would you give it to Deion Sanders shutting him down a little bit?
I don't know. I never watched it. That's why I'm asking. I mean, I've watched them play, but I can't remember. All I know is T.O.'s stats, dude, for how long he played. What is he at? 16,000 career receiving yards.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that speaks for itself. His touchdowns speak for themselves.
If a team wanted a receiver, they didn't have that great of a receiving core, I believe he could still play right now if you go sign him up right now. Because last I checked, he was in great shape. He always kept himself in the best of shape. Yeah, he old, so you probably won't be giving him majority of the snaps, but he'd be like a guy, you can throw him like 10 balls a game and he'll give you some production.
Dude, he's so cocky. He's tweeting out right now this year to bring him back. Like, he can outdo all our receivers. He's that fucking cocky at what, 50?
Yeah.
That's ballsy, man, and that's awesome. That's why I love this guy.
Yeah, shout out to all you guys in the chat. We got 17 in here. Please hit that like, subscribe to Eagles Uncensored. Let's get this man up. He's a great Eagles content creator. And, if you haven't subscribed to me, obviously do so too as well. We're just running over our top 10 skill position players right now. And we are at what number for receiver we're at number 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, for 5, I got Mike Quick. Mike Quick had some great years with us. You know what I'm saying? He was a very reliable receiver, good deep ball threat. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mike Quick did some big plays, had some really good big plays back in the day for us. Who's your number 5?
That's actually my number 5 as well, Mike Quick.
Mike Quick, yeah. See, look at that. We're trying to get back on the same page. Yeah, number 5. We got Mike Quick.
Start off a little rocky.
Start out a little rocky. Me having D-Jax my number 1, over Harold Carmichael. But hey, that's why, there's certain things I like about receivers. And that's So after Mike Quick, I got number 6, Fred Barnett. I loved Fred Barnett back in the day. He had some pretty good receiving years with us for the Birds. And he's another one of those reliable receivers that definitely you had to worry about where he was at because he was going to get open, man. And Fred Barnett scored some touchdowns for us. So he's my number 6 Eagle receiver.
Okay, now where D-Jax comes in.
All the way down at 6?
Yep.
Wow, man. I thought you already said D-Jax, but you did now that I think about it. So you said my number 1 and bumped up to 6 on your list. But hey, it's not my list. I can get mad. It's your all-time Eagle. You know what I'm saying? All right. And then that's what was it at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 7, I got Tommy McDonald. Huh? Tommy McDonald. You know what I'm saying? The old school.
Yeah, I was saying with 7.
Yeah, he's a lot higher on your list. But, that's where Tommy McDonald. Like, these older guys, it's hard because I didn't get to watch them consistently. Like, I can always go back and see highlights of these guys. But in terms of watching them consistently, I didn't have that chance to see all these guys consistently. So that's one of the reasons why, some of these guys are a little farther down my list. But Tommy McDonald was a beast and definitely played some good football for us back in the day.
Yeah, and my number 7 Macklin.
Who? Jeremy Macklin?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, Jeremy Macklin, it depends how you see him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I looked at him more as like we needed Jeremy Macklin back in those days as opposed to, his actual overall greatness. But Jeremy Macklin definitely should be on everybody's top 10. Like I said, he's the last receiver we had, to have 1,000 yards receiving. Like, that's crazy. You know, that was a long time ago too. So, man, Jeremy Macklin definitely needs to be on this top 10. My number 8, though, is going to be a shocker. You probably don't even have this guy on your list at all. And he's with us for a short period of time. I'm going number 8, Dante Stallsworth. Do you remember Dante Stallsworth playing for us? When him and Kevin Curtis played together?
I do.
Yeah, Dante Stallsworth
I
has
do.
good years with us Eagles, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I liked when he played for us, number 18. He was out there running around. His speed, you know, he had a lot of speed. He was getting open a lot. You know, what team did he came from again? Did he come from the Saints? He came from the Saints over to our team, you know, until, like, he almost got arrested.
Yeah.
He did get arrested for that DUI he did. That DUI hit and run he had. But Dante Stallsworth, man, I remember highlights of Dante Stallsworth, and that's why I put him on my top 10 list. You know, the bottom of this list, the last 3 guys are probably more personal preference than actual stat wise or anything like that. But Dante Stallsworth made my number 8. Who is your number 8? Chris Carter. That's another nice. That's good. I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's what I was getting ready to go with.
Chris Carter?
Yeah.
Chris Carter.
So he stole it from me. Way to go, Paul.
I wish he played longer, you know what I'm saying? Because his greater years were with the Vikings. He had, like, our Eagle years is like his learning process, you know, his learning how to become a professional and stuff like that. So, but Chris Carter definitely is a great receiver of all time. And yeah, he should be on the list too because he was, you know, a great receiver. So yeah, we got Chris Carter on the list. Number 9, another guy that played with Dante. This one we have 2 short receivers back to back, and that's Stallsworth, co-starting receiver, Kevin Curtis. Do you remember what Kevin Curtis played?
Yeah.
The blue jerseys, he always went off. Man, Kevin Curtis, I think, who was he? Who were we playing? And he had like back-to-back, like 190 games, you know what I'm saying, whenever he wore those blue and yellow jerseys, man. Kevin Curtis was going off on our team. He's a little guy, you know, but he was really consistent catching that ball, man.
I hated those fucking jerseys.
You hate them? I used
those blue, those powder blue ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that at all. I did not like those.
You don't use those when you play Madden for alternate jersey?
Never. I go right back to Cunningham. Right back.
Vince
to the early 90s.
Right?
Yep. Always.
That was a good one. That was a good
like
one.
I say, my guy. Always.
Nice. Yeah, but Paulie's not on my list, but that is a guy, you know, he can definitely be an alternate, you know, in case one of these guys don't cut out.
So my number 9 would definitely be Jason Avant.
Jason Avant. Yes. Jason Avant was the most reliable, underrated receiver, too, because he did so much of the dirty work with the Eagles.
Yep.
You know, getting those guys open, getting, you know, Deshaun Jackson open and all the rest of those guys open. Like, if it wasn't for his stuff over the middle, and then anytime there was a third down, you need 6 yards, it doesn't matter who was in the middle of the field. Jason, you throw the ball to Jason Vaughn, he was catching it. Whether he was going to get blasted or not, he was catching it. And for, like we said, the run game, man, he was a great run blocking receiver, man. Like, he definitely doesn't get enough credit for what he did, you know, for our Eagles those days. So I do respect that. And to be honest, he was my number 10 receiver on my list was Jason Avant, man. Like, that guy was a stud, you know, straight stud. Who's your number 10 there to round out the top 10?
I'm going to throw this one out here, and this one's probably going to be a head scratcher for some, but I liked him, and I'm just throwing him on here because of bias reasons, but Jordan Matthews.
Jordan Matthews, yeah, I can see why you want Jordan Matthews. He was reliable. You know, he became Carson's favorite target for a year that year, you know, and he wasn't really that bad, but to be,
I
I mean,
liked him for some reason.
everybody kind of gave him so much crap because he was Jerry Rice's nephew. You know, and they thought that he should have been great like his uncle, but there's only one Jerry Rice, my guy. You know, like everybody just kind of, I think
For sure.
they over expected, you know, him to be that he wasn't, but he's a solid receiver. You know what I'm saying? He was a solid receiver for sure. Let's see. I like Jay Matthews on the list. Yep, Joey Fighter likes that move. The walk-off win against the team against. Yep, when Jordan Matthews caught that touchdown. Yep, I will say.
I just figured 10's respectable.
Yeah. Right? Nikki need to get her own channel, and we can get her up here collabing.
Heck yeah.
Nikki knows her football, man. She knows her football. So that's our top 10 for receivers. And last on the skill positions, we got to go tight ends. You know, and I'm going to be honest, after 7.
Can we just do 5? Because that one's a hard one, man.
We can do 5, and then I'm going to throw some honorable mentions on there
for
after
that's
that.
Good. All right.
Yeah, we do 5.
Because after, like you said, after like the top 6, dude, they get sketchy from there.
Yeah, they get sketchy.
They really do.
They definitely vary off and on right there after that.
Yeah.
But, I know you have to have this guy. My number 1 tight end, I think everybody in the chat will agree, is Zach freaking Ertz. You know, I know
That's why I'm doing this.
I know I was pushing him off the team, but he's still on the team, and hopefully he plays great for us this year. Zach Ertz, confident professional, and he's definitely the number 1 Eagles tight end of all time. And I'm pretty sure nobody's going to argue that one except for Nikki, because she just said Brent Selig. That's a fair argument, though. That's a fair.
Yeah, you know, I understand where she's coming from, but in the end, man, it's Zach Ertz. Like, I love Selig, and I have Selig as my number 2. Hands down. His mentor gets number 2.
Selig is my
There is no other 1 and 2 combo. There is no, you can't argue 1 and 2. That is it, you know. But yeah, Ertz is a whole nother level. I mean, Selig, he was definitely a possession guy. He meant it when he counted, and you know he could run people over. But man, Ertz is Ertz.
Well,
and he's still got 4 years yet, you know, at least, and who knows what's going to happen after this year. He said on his speech the other day he wants to retire here, so who knows? You know, if he stays around another 4 years, I had some stats on. He's hands down the best. I mean, it is what it is.
Especially, you know, he definitely will get the reception record this year. Him staying on the team.
Yeah.
You know, 27 receptions, that's not too hard to get. You know what I'm saying? When you count those little 2-yard pops, 5-yard pops, and stuff like that, that we like tight end. So I hope he definitely breaks the record. Even if he gets traded, I hope it's not until like week 7, you know, right there at the end of the trading deadline, if he does go, you know. But I hope by then he definitely has the record by then. So shout out to Big Ertz, man. Shout out to Big Ertz. So we at number 2, we both said Brent Selig was definitely number 2, you know, on both of our lists. You know, Brent Selig definitely. He gave us, yes, he did. He gave us everything he had in Philadelphia all the way to the end. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout out to you. And he helped mentor Zach Ertz to help him become the player that he is today. You know, so, yeah, Brent Selig, number 2 on the list for sure. Much love to you. So, number 3, let's see if our list starts varying off here. I have Keith Jackson as my number 3 Eagles tight end. You know, like I said, back in that day, Keith Jackson was the guy to go to, you know, for the Eagles when he was playing. You know, he was a receiving blanket for the quarterback. I think it was Randall Cunningham's tight end. So, I love Keith Jackson. Definitely top 3 to me on this list. I got Keith Jackson. Who you got there, buddy?
I have Pete Radzliff as my number 3.
Yeah. Pink Radzliff was another one. He's on my list. You know, he's a little bit farther down, but he is on the list. He said my buddy gave me a Selig signed ball. He met Selig at a bar in Philly and said he's really down to earth guy. Yeah, most of these guys, when you meet them in person, they're down to earth people, man. They're people just like us, We give them all the celebrity and think highly of them, you know what I'm saying? But most of these guys, they're just ball players, you know what I'm saying? Once you play ball, you kind of understand how that is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just chilling. You love doing what you do. You respect everybody that respects you for doing it, So, yeah, that's a good one. It would be so hard to bring Selig down. I miss that guy. Right? Selig used to fight for every yard. The thing that people are hating, Goddard for doing too. They're always like, Goddard needs to go down so he doesn't get hurt, man. This is football, man. Fight for every yard. We fight out here in Philly.
I told you, man, my only problem with Goddard is holding on to the ball. If he can be successful like Selig was of holding on to the ball while he fights for yards, I have no problem with it. But if you're going to fumble the ball, then that's where my issue is. So just prove to me you can hold on to it.
Okay. So you got Pete Radzliff. That's your number 3. Who's your number 4 tight end?
Keith Jackson.
Keith Jackson. He makes the list at 4 for you, my guy. Yep. I like you said, Keith Jackson was a beast back in the day. I can't say too much more about it. The guy was an ultimate pro. He was a good run and pass reception and run blocker. So much love to Keith Jackson. My number 4 on my list is Chad Lewis. Man, Donnie's number 1 tight end. Chad Lewis. Like we always talk about, Donnie had no receivers. Well, Chad Lewis was a blocking tight end and he was a receiving tight end. And Chad Lewis made some plays for us all those years. Those 5 straight NFC championships, Like Chad Lewis was definitely a big part of that, And hey, that's why he's number 4 on my list, my guy. I got Chad Lewis.
Yeah, my number 5, that's Chad Lewis.
Your number 5 is Chad Lewis?
Yep. That's who rounds out my top 5.
Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. My number 5 on the list is Dallas Goddard. Now, I know Goddard hasn't done a lot, but that's why I got him down at 5. I expect huge things from him to moving forward, and he still has shown us glimpses of eliteness. So, I got Dallas Goddard as my number 5 Eagles tight end on my list. You like it? You don't like it? Because you look like you didn't like it.
That's ballsy. It's ballsy.
You look like Dallas Goddard being number 5 Eagles all the time. That's a little too high for Dallas. You think so?
I'm not saying nothing, man. Hey, go with your gut.
Okay. That's what I'm going with. Yeah.
There you go.
Goddard, I like it.
Who am I to tell you you're wrong?
Right? Thank you. I think he likes it. Number 6, I got L.J. Smith. Another, he's had a couple of really good years with us. He had some bad years with us too, don't get me wrong. But L.J. Smith, I think Joy Fighter had him number 4 overall there. L.J. Smith was balling when he was balling, you know what I'm saying? Like, that guy was reliable too, a number 1 target for, I believe it was McNabb too, right? Him and Chad Lewis, L.J. Smith, because I think Chad he's behind Chad Lewis, right? But he was more receiver out of the 2, and Chad was a mix of both, but more the blocker out of the 2. So L.J. Smith.
No, I will agree there.
Fighter says too early to put Goddard anywhere yet. No, that's why it's my list.
So what are we on, 7?
We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. No, 6.
6. You didn't say your 6 yet, right?
Yeah, it was L.J. Smith.
Well, I agreed with that one. So we're on 7, right?
What up, Big 3? Yeah, we're on 7 now.
All right, so my 7, I'm going to surprise you guys like he surprised you with Goddard. I'm gonna put Trey Burton.
Oh, Trey
I
Burton,
like Trey Burton, man.
Mr.
I
Philly
really do.
Special. Mr. Philly Special has made the list at number 7. I like that.
And he had some great catches, bro. He really did.
He's the same here on my list too. He's my number 7. So it didn't shock me. We are right there exactly. See that? Trey
There you
Burton,
go.
7. Back on the same page, Uncensored. Back on the
Yeah,
same.
man.
Trey Burton was always good.
I love me some Trey Burton, man. He was awesome for us. He was a
Like,
solid too, for
and I
sure.
was like, it wouldn't even been bad if we brought him back.
No, I was all for that, man. When I heard about that, I was like, "Fuck yeah, bring him back." I'm all
Because
for it.
with the Colts, when
Yeah,
he played some good football with the Colts. So, you know,
yeah. I mean, no lie, I would have taken Burton over Rogers.
Burton at 7 is a respectable pick. Thank you, Jordy. Thank you.
Thank you, my guy.
That's definitely. So, like we said, after 7, it's starting to get a little rough for top 10
Yeah,
Eagles tight ends. But now I got Mike Ditka. Mostly just off his
yeah,
name. Dicka's a beast. Ditka definitely, solidified himself as being one of the greatest, tight ends in the NFL. So I know he only played a couple of years with the Eagles, but Dicka's a beast, and much love to you,
yeah.
Dicka.
I agree.
And then I got Pete Radzliff. What's the name again? Say it.
Radzliff.
Radzliff. Pete Radzliff was my number 9 Eagles tight end of all time. Like I said, it's harder for me to judge those later guys, but
Yeah,
he did damage when he was playing. Much love to you, Pete Radzliff. He said, Vick said Burton would be a solid 3rd tight end, but not all time on the list. Come on, you name 10 other tight ends that play for the Eagles, not have Burton on there. My guy, I didn't know he was an Eagle. That's awesome. Yeah, they could play with the Birds back in the day. Before he went, was it after he went to the Bears, or before he went to the Bears?
who?
Ditka. Mike Ditka.
It was after, I think.
Yeah. At the end of his career, right?
Yeah. Hey, give me 1 minute. All right,
Okay,
can
man.
I get 1 minute?
Yeah. And then my last is John Spagnola. John Spagnola is my rounding off the top 10 of my tight ends list. He also is another Eagle back in the day. Go check out his highlights. He has some pretty good highlights down there with the Philadelphia Eagles. Another one of them old school Eagle tight ends, my guy. And why did you think Radzliff was a receiver? Because back in the day, he probably played a little bit of both. He was top 5 before he went to the Cowboys. Yeah, Vic, thank you. It was before he went to the Cowboys. Mike Ditka did play with the Philly Eagles. That was awesome. And Nikki says Radzliff would have been in my top 5 tight ends. Then his stats are pretty sweet. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He definitely did his thing back in the day, man. He was great. He did his thing. But like I said, it's hard if I didn't watch him. It's hard for me, to push him a little bit higher on the list. I know that's not fair, but life isn't fair. But he definitely made my top 10 list. And he definitely had better stats than like some of the guys that was ahead of him. Probably had better stats than L.J. Smith, Burton, better stats than Ditka, and hell, he might even have better stats than Goddard. I don't know, but definitely was a good tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles, and that is our top 10 every position for all the skill position players. We definitely going to try to get my next show. I want to do offensive lineman position by position top 10 and defensive line position by position top 10 with linebackers. So that's going to be another show. And then the last show, the 3-part series, will be the secondary top 10. So hey, you guys, tell us how you liked our top 10s at each position. Do you guys think we missed some people? Any person? Did you finish your top 10 for tight ends? Or are you good? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. So if you think some new players would have been better to have on the top 10, let us know in the comments. Let's see what it says. I like that box for a dream. Old games. Yeah, right? Old games.
Yep.
I don't understand. Was Pete Furnos mentioned? Finals? Who is that, Victory? I don't know who that is. But shout out to 29 in the chat. Much love to you guys. Please hit that like and please go subscribe to my boy, Eagle Uncensored. This link is in the comments. We're trying to get him up there. He's great Eagles content creators, and we always trying to make our content family grow to new heights, man. But shout out to all you guys watching, BIRDGANG Nation Sport Talk. Like I said, please hit that like. He said Pete Rhinos. I don't know that guy, and I feel bad now. He seemed as the number one all-time Eagle. Who sees him as the number one all-time Eagle? I've never even heard of him before. At tight end, or as he said, seen as the number one Eagle tight end. Not even when I was trying to check out tight ends today, I didn't even see that name on the list. Are we sleeping, Uncensored? Because neither one of us know who this guy is.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, Jesus. He says finals wasn't, but should have been. Jordy, you know about this guy? What years are we talking here? Are we talking
Where the fuck have I been? What's going on right now?
I need to know what years you're talking here. Is this 40s or something? Is this the Eagles in the 30s? Because I'm lost on that one.
Man, the Skittles are kicking in.
Right? The Skittles are kicking in, he says. Oh, man.
What the fuck is going on right now? I can't Google either because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, he played in 47.
47?
Yeah.
That's unfair. Why. You Googled that shit.
Yeah, that's why I did not have him on the list. But, hey, if he deserves to be on the list, he's on the list. Number 11.
There you go. He's on the list.
Oh, man.
I feel attacked right now.
He's the reason they want that first championship. Okay. He was a championship.
Okay.
Then he was season. Okay, that was a very good reason for him to be on the list. And thank you, Mr. Vick, for going back to the Stone Age and finding us an all-star player like that. Much love, my guy. Much love. He was a big part of that back-to-back championships in the late 40s. Yeah. Because people do forget that we won, 3 other championships. Like, everybody think the Super Bowl, you finally won the first championship. Like, we used to be, back in those days, we used to dominate, we used to win a lot. So,
yep.
Got 3 championships back then. You know what I'm saying? So, 4 championships total, guys. We're about to get a 5th here in the next couple of seasons with Jay Hurts at the helm. Old heads always bring. Yeah. Old heads do bring them up. So we're the only ones to beat Lombardi in the championship game. Argues me one. Need one more memories. Yeah. Lombardi was a beast too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are the only team to beat Lombardi Packers in the championship game. Yeah. That's what Nicky was just saying, man. That's why they named it the Lombardi, right? Is that the Lombardi? Yeah. How many championships did Green Bay have back then, man? How many do they have total? Are they another one of those teams that have 7? That was the start of the Lombardi curse on Philly. Yeah, but that curse is broken now, my guy. We got one. We got Lombardi in our locker room.
Man, I was thinking it was a lot more than 4, Vic. I was thinking it was like.
You saying that the Packers
I want to say if you add them all up, like even their championships, it's like, isn't it like 8?
Yeah, I thought it was like 7 or 8 because aren't they tied for the most franchise championships?
Well, they have the most of all time championship.
The Packers?
Yeah, they have the most.
I thought they were tied with like the Niners and the Pittsburgh Steelers or something.
No, I'm saying if you like add them all up, like even the championships before the Super Bowl was even created.
Big dropping numbers.
If you add them all up.
68, 97, and 2011 are the championships the Packers got. So they only got 4 like us. So we have just as many championships as the Packers.
What?
Big play Slade's back. What up,
Damn.
my guy? New England, then Pittsburgh, then the 49ers. And what is that? Are they tied with championships at 7, right, Vic? That's what I thought.
Something's wrong with us because we were both on the same page, but we were so fucking off.
I thought the Packers had more championships than that.
I did too.
They had those back. Think about it though. Aaron Rodgers, he's only won 1. And then Brett Favre never won 1. And they were the most recent, most successful quarterbacks and played for a long time each with the Packers.
Maybe they're just the most winningest franchise in all of
maybe that's
football. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's where I'm off.
Thanks for coming in. Much love and respect. How's your day been? It's been great. We just went over our top 10 at every skill position for the Eagles all time. So, yeah, if you missed it, hit the replay. Check it out. It was awesome. Much love for stopping in. Please hit that like and subscribe to my boy Eagle Uncensored. I honestly think Green Bay is a stinky franchise. Well, yeah. Much love to you.
It's because
every
of the
franchise
Chiefs.
besides the Eagles, my guy. We the best. Philly. Best franchise. But that makes me good. That makes me feel good knowing that we have the same amount of championships as Green Bay. I feel like that's more respectable.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody consider, Green Bay being really big and really strong.
But to most people, if you ask them, those don't count.
They don't count?
Did you hear me?
What?
Yeah. If you talk to most people, that championships before the Super Bowl don't count.
Those people are stupid.
I know, right? That's my argument. I'm like, how can you?
Hello?
You there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like, how can you take them away? Like that's part of the history. You can't take them away just because it was after or before the Super Bowl. It doesn't count anymore. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And that's what they're saying. It's all because it only matters in the Super Bowl era now. It doesn't matter what happened before. That's their argument.
That's so dumb.
Right?
Yep. We are at 4 now. So then how many is it that they have? Because he said New England has 6 or 7. Because this is New England.
New England has
that's
6.
all.
They have 6. Tom Brady himself has 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, New England is at 6. They're tied with Pittsburgh, and Tom Brady himself has 7.
And then does the Niners have 6 too?
The Niners have.
Or do they
I
have
thought it was
5?
4. I thought it was 4.
4? Well, that means we'll be tied with them.
I think. I'll go back up. Somebody said it earlier. Can't find it. Fuck.
We have 4. The Niners have 5, big play Slade said. So, yeah, so it's 6 Pittsburgh, 6 New England, 5 Niners, and then it's us at 4 championships combined, right? That's That's not bad though. What, 6, tied for first 6, seconds 5, and
How
then
many does Washington have?
we're tied for third at 4th in all-time NFL history with 4 championships, tied for 4. That's pretty good.
How many does Washington have?
The Redskins? I mean, the football team?
Yeah.
Uh,
They have 3 or 4, right?
I know they won with what's his name? Dang, what's that dude's name?
They have 5 because of the Niners fans. John Cunningham.
Nick, that's-
Gotcha.
No,
I want to say Washington has 3 or 4.
I don't know if they're that high.
Because I know they won that bullshit Super Bowl, in '87 whenever everyone opted not to fucking play, which I think, that one shouldn't count because you played no ones to win that. But
I remember that one. And then I know they have another one in the regular. I think they only have like 2 or 3.
I hate not being able to Google.
Yeah, that's why I need to get my laptop set up so I can have my phone and Google these facts. Big Play Slay, I know you got your laptop sitting right there or your phone. Hook us up and let us know how many championships does the Washington football team have, my guy. Today, Washington football team typically have 0, right? But I do remember they did win that faulty championship during the strike year, and then I think they have one regular championship that they actually won.
Well, doesn't the Super Bowls under his belt?
Who?
The Cat in the Hat. Gibson.
Jordy says Washington.
Remember the NASCAR owner?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have 5?
They have. I thought so. Washington has a lot. Yeah.
Dang. That's a lot.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like they actually have a lot.
So that means we're 5th then.
Yeah.
Tie for 5th.
Mhm.
They have 2 championships and 3 super. They have 3 Super Bowls, though.
Yeah.
Washington.
I told you, Joe Gibson, the head coach, the Cat in the Hat. He had 2 Super Bowls under his belt. For them, I know of. And then they had that bullshit one in '87. Yeah, '83, '88, and '92. And Joe Gibson was the coach in '8.
Right, that's what made
I
him
want
so
to say
big.
'88 and '92.
Yeah,
I want to say that.
right. True that.
But that's why I say that '88 shouldn't count because that was a bullshit fucking year.
And so what does that mean? That means the Cowgirls have how many championships?
5.
5. So they're tied with the Cowgirls at 5. And they're tied for 3rd overall, right? Is that what you're saying? Or 2nd?
Yeah.
They're tied for 2nd. So, so that still means we're still 4th, right? Tied for 4th?
Yeah.
Oh, they have 5. No. The 6 is New England, we said. New England, Pittsburgh. 5 is Washington Cowboys. And then us 4 with Green Bay. So we're tied for 3rd on the list.
Yep.
Hey, that's still not bad, dude. To be tied for 3rd in the whole NFL on championships, I like it. Yeah, that's what I remember. Williams was the first to win the championship.
Yeah. No, Doug Williams was a beast, man.
Yeah, he was good. All right, we've been on here for an hour and 15. Let's go ahead and talk about the upcoming matchup with Atlanta, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Who do you think are going to be the key players in the game? Let's go back and forth, position by position. Let's give some stats to the fans to look forward to. I'll go first. Jalen Hurts, our quarterback. We're going to start out with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts will throw for 350 yards with 3 touchdowns, rush for 60 yards and a tubby for a total of 4 touchdowns and 400 plus total yards. First game against Atlanta. I think their defense is not good enough to stop our offense. And Nick Sirianni said he's been hiding stuff this whole offseason. If he can't blow out that defense, with all the stuff you're hiding, if it's as close as everybody think it's going to be, then we're going to have a problem the rest of the season. So what were you hiding? You know what I'm saying? What were you hiding if you can't beat a defense like that? You know what I'm saying? We got a lot harder defenses later on in the season. So if you can't do nothing against that one, then I'll worry about our team a little bit. Look at that, trying to put the clock on me. What do you think about Jalen Hurts?
He's coming out 420 yard. No, I'm playing.
Yes, come on. I hope you did it. That's
No.
like
You want me to do it? You want me to do it?
Do it.
You want me to do it?
Why
All
not?
right.
Who cares?
Jalen Hurts coming out 420 yards, 420 all day. Okay? He's coming out 420 yards. He's going to have 3 passing touchdowns. Okay. Or no, not 3. Sorry. He's going to have 3 touchdowns. He's going to have 2 passing, 1 rushing.
Nice. I like that. Miles Sanders, my guy.
That is a cap.
Miles Sanders. I've heard, Brian Westbrook came on TV and said he thinks Sirianni's going 60-40 running over pass. With that means at least 20 carries for Mr. Miles Sanders. And I think if you gave Miles Sanders 20 carries, 25 total touches, he can get you over 120 yards rushing and 60 to 80 yards receiving with 2 tubbies. But he's not going to get 2 tubbies the first game. It's going to be 1 touchdown. He's going to have, those are my stat line with 1 touchdown for game 1.
Yeah. For Miles, I'm going to give him 112 yards rushing with 1 touchdown.
Nice. Any receiving yards on there?
He's breaking 100 right off the bat.
You give him any receiving yards?
Yeah. That one's hard, man, because I expect Gainwell to take those.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He might have a couple. I'll give him 30 yards receiving.
Nikki says 250 and 40-yard rushing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Not bad, Nikki. But I'm going for a little bit more, but definitely for the W. I like that part. What up, JC? How you doing, my guy? No way Jalen Hurts will go for 350 total yards, 100 rushing, and 250 passes. Well, hey, if
I
you're on
only
the
did
show,
it for him.
that JC. But I'm saying 350, his first game out of the gate. Nick Sirianni's bringing the cat out of the hat, and he's going to show some magic tricks, my guy. Receiving now. We are at, I guess we can start with our tight ends. I think combined, Dallas Goddard and Zach Ertz, we're going to do combined stats for them in this first game. They're going to combine for 130 yards receiving. So how you break that up between the two, they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to get any touchdowns, because that would put me at like 5 touchdowns, and I think that'd be too many touchdowns. But who knows? They might get a touchdown, but at least 125, 130 yard receiving for our combined tight ends. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm going to give 85 yards and 1 touchdown to Zach Ertz. Dallas Goddard, I'll give him 60.
So you looking at Zach Ertz, Dallas Goddard not starting, or are you saying he's gonna start, but Ertz is still gonna get the majority of the stuff?
Yep. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. We're going to receivers now. You know, Devonta Smith, the rookie, is going to start his rookie campaign all right. He's going to come in with 4 catches, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Explosive plays off the jump. Big Devonta Slim Reaper Smith. What you got for him?
See, I will give him 10 catches for 120 yards and a tutty.
And I tell you, Quez
And a
Watkins
tutty.
is going to have 4 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown.
I hope you did the math on your yardage, my guy.
What'd I do? 125, 125.
I don't even know. I don't even
I'm
care.
pretty
I'm just
close.
predicting. I don't
Pretty
even
close
care.
at 350 mark. I'm pretty close. That would be like right there. That's nobody else who's getting no receiving yards. So it varies. It'll vary between 350 and 400. They'll vary between there. But I think most of those guys are busting out with 100-yard games. You know, because I said
Yeah.
350 yards and then like 120 for the receivers, 1-1, that'd be 320. So I still got like 30 yards to play with, you know. That's for Mr. Rager. He's gonna come out with 60 yards and no touchdowns. 104, 6 receptions and 1 touchdown and a fumble. You giving Smitty a fumble for being a little guy?
Man.
J-Jaw, 3 catches around 40 yards and a touchdown. I don't think that's happening. To be honest, I don't even see J-Jaw getting a catch this game. Just because he made the 53 doesn't mean he's going to be playing a lot.
Jordy, go to sleep.
The Slim Reaper's the best nickname. He got it already. I like the Slim Reaper. And not for being little. First game in the NFL, he would be a little shaky. Well, that's possible. It is possible. But I think that kind of happened in that preseason game. You've seen some of that shakiness, and it's going to be over for him. He's going to be 100% professional, no dropping, no nothing. Watch out for red zone packages. J-Jaw in the red zone package. Yeah, that's possible too. When they go big, you know, you have 2 tight ends, J-Jaw.
He's going to be wagooing during red zone packages.
Wagooing it.
Wagooing it.
So what was the rest of your receiver stats for Quez and Rager? The big 3.
Quez, I'm going to give 4 catches, 70 yards. And Rager, I'll give, I don't know, 5 catches, 60 yards, something like that. I don't know.
Nothing too special for, you know, those guys. You think Devontae's going to be the man? It's going to be Devonta Ertz as the main targets this game. And I got Devonta and Quez being the main receiving targets. We both think Miles is going to be about 100 yards rushing. 120, you said. I said 120, you said 112. Jalen Hurts is going to have a big game this game against Atlanta. The best part is the Eagles get their first W of the season, starting out 1-0. You know what I'm saying? 16-0 until proven otherwise. This season, guys. This season. Not gonna lie, I think we see Sanders phased out of About a young guy down the stretch. So you think Gainwell's going to take over for Sanders eventually? Okay. I hear a lot of people talking about that. Then they think Gainwell's going to take over for Sanders. I don't think it's going to happen because I think Sanders is that much better than Gainwell. I just think he's a great running back. We just haven't really seen all his greatness yet. Like, he's greater than anything we've seen from him already. And I think this year, getting the carries, you're going to be able to see that come out a lot more. But, if he doesn't and Gainwell steps up and takes his spot, then, hey, may the best player win. If he's making more plays, being, a bigger threat on offense, and, we shall see. But I don't think it's going to happen, but we shall see. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a reach. I mean, Miles Sanders has so much potential and so many years of football left, and I just don't see that happening.
Hey, you and JC Eagle Talk have great confidence in J-Jaw. I just don't got it.
You guys go start the umbrella band. You guys go do that.
The umbrella band. I don't see him.
Keep it warm for us. Maybe if he proves us wrong, I might join you.
J-Jaw is a great run blocking receiver, and he is playing special teams at a high level. So that's why he's on the team right now. As long as he continues to do those two things, that might be the only real purpose for him being on the team. And that might be the reason why we kept him. It's because he's the best run blocking. We're going to be doing a lot of running this year. So, if that's what he does best and he's doing it at a high level, yes. But I do not see J-Jaw having more than, if I had to give J-Jaw a yearly catch race, I'll say 15
12 catches.
We're about to say, I said about 15 catches and maybe 15 catches, 100 yards, no touchdowns.
I might give him one touchdown of his own for once. I might.
15 catches, 100
of his own,
and one touchdown for the season. But how many dynamic blocking plays will he do on the run game? He'll probably have 50 great blocking, situations on the run game that, get us touchdowns and lots of yards. So his duties won't be unmatched or unseen. He is a good run blocker. I do give him respect for that. So that big play the Dodgers suck. Okay, we're not talking about baseball. It's J-Jaw season, Vick 3 says. Oh, we got another J-Jaw.
I want you to say that to my face tonight.
The Bengals are going to win the division. Man, good for the Bengals. But yeah, man, we've been going at 1:30, man. I got to get ready. It's the mom's birthday, and she's going out of town.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming on. You guys, please hit that like on your way out, my guys. Subscribe to my boy Eagle Uncensored. Go ahead and break it down. Tell them where they can find you at.
Yeah, sorry about the reception, but I am AK Eagles of the Eagles Uncensored podcast. I may fuss and cuss, but you can count on me and my content like the fucking city bus. And if you like the Wagyu, then subscribe too. Appreciate you having me on, man. I am on my way to 300. I believe I'm at 222. So, yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button for me. Hit them like buttons on my videos. Let's get my content out there because, I definitely want to grow. So, appreciate you having me on, man.
Hey, no problem. Always, my guy. And like I said, he is in the Facebook group, BIRDGANG Sports Live. So we got a lot of content creators over there. If you're on Facebook, much love to you. On here, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely on here. I don't know, do you stream to Twitter too? Or not yet? Are you streaming on Twitter too or no?
What's that, bud?
Do you stream on Twitter too or not?
Yeah, I do have a Twitter. Yeah, I have a Twitter. It's Eagles Uncensored.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for us. Content, me guys, help my guy get to 300. You know what I'm saying? We like helping everybody grow here. We are on the road to 700. We are at 641. Let's get me up there, guys. We're trying to get to that 1K mark as fast as possible. So let's spread the Bird Gang Nation family. Help us grow. And let's see. We be on the lookout because we are working on a network. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for more details of that. The network. I'm getting the shows lined up right now on the network. It's gonna be every day, 7 days a week. It's an all Eagles content network. It's not talking about basketball, it's not talking about baseball, not talking about nothing else on our network. It's gonna be an all Eagles network, Eagles 24/7. But starting out with one show every night, every day of the week. So be on the lookout for that. More information will be dropped as it goes. We got a lot of the shows locked down. We need a couple more shows to fill up those spots. So, if you guys want to leave in the comments who you think would be a good person to start an Eagles network in the comments, hey, much love. Drop it down there. Tell me who you want to see. Smash that like on the way out. Yes, smash that like on the way out, guys. We still got 17 in here. Much love to all you guys for sticking around. You guys should talk and slap compilations. Yeah, what Nikki said. But like I said, always say, fly, Eagles, fly. Until next time, this was Bird Gang Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, Bird Gang 31. Yeah, until next time, fly, Eagles, fly. We out. Peace.
Peace. He chose not to have the surgery. He chose to rest and relax and hope it goes away. And then he ended.
We took a look at Gilmore, and if we got Gilmore, we win the division. I feel like, I feel like Stephon Gilmore.
Richard Rodgers. He was with our team over the last couple of years. But this is about our fourth time picking him up. What does that mean?